as I continue with my same activity, crime spree, and at the same time, I was working at Houlihan's. I'm making more money than the managers. I don't have to discuss how I was making that money. But while I'm at work, my $50 clips are moving. I'm coming home to money. So, and I was on probation too. 2 weeks before I get off probation, on the corner of between Fairview and Jewett is a liquor store there on Monticello. So the cops locked me up. They locked me up, charged me for selling drugs, and you know I took it to trial. Um, I did sold drug that day, but the person that I sold the drugs to, they let him go. It was a white man on a bike, and on the side of my house is a drug infested area, 71 Belmont Avenue. Um, they took my keys, and I had drugs in there, and I don't even know if they found the drugs, but whatever. When I came home, all my drugs was in my house. They weren't in my house, but I don't know. They ain't had no right, so they locked me up, and I think I got bailed out. My sister came and bailed me out because she always bailing me out, and at that time I moved in with my girl. We became married. She's my wife now, and when they locked me up, I was going to court for that case, and I was fighting it because they locked me up for my drugs, and it's a drugs infested area. But whatever it was, I was ready to fight because I was on probation, and if I plead guilty, I forgot how many years, but I was facing about 5 years or 10, whatever. And so I was like, man, I'm gonna gamble that because it wasn't my drugs and it ain't that much evidence or whatever. And the police, them ignorant law enforcement in America, because they all the same, did a big mistake. I don't know if that was the only mistake, whatever. So whatever, he said I was on the north or west, but I don't know. But it was a mistake. I was on Monticello, and he said I was on Jackson Avenue because from Communipaw, Monticello turned to Jackson, and I think it's west. He said west, but it's supposed to be north or whatever. So that was a big mistake for them, and it's a drug infested area. They say they parked right across my house or whatever, and white people can't park in the hood. Somebody gotta know you to not see you, to not say nothing. We don't let we everybody know in the hood. Every white person in my hood. I don't know about other hood. Once we see them, our antenna go up. We on high alert because it's not a white neighborhood. So anyway, that day I came from court, and I stood on the corner of Jewett. I finished talking to my father on Belmont, where his house at. I gave him rent money, and I had came from court or whatever, and I left because I had to go somewhere, whatever. I was with my tie, it just came from court, and I stood on Jewett in Monticello by Billing Roof. So I saw the police, I saw them, and I'm just looking. My father going past, and they stopped my father exactly where they locked me up for the charge that I beat. I was facing 10 years if I lose. Plus, I was losing Plus, I had to face the time of probation, so that would have been like 15 years. So I beat the American government. So the same spot they locked me up, they stopped my father. His wife was there, and you know, and I run because I used to run. I used to do a little boxing, so I had to run. So I ran up there before he got my father out the car. I was like, I ran up on him. I was like, yo, that's my father, yo. And then he said something to me at that time, like he would kill me if I do that again. He was like, don't run up on me, I kill you, some crap. And I was like, yo, that's my father, yo. But they didn't get my father out the car. But my father passed, may he rest in peace. So that was their chance to lock me up because I was about to fuck them up, you know. And my other felony was I was going to court, which for that crime that I beat, I was on probation. I was going to court for, yeah, I believe that crime that I beat the case. And the I was talking to the guys. It was about 15 guys, and I was loud in there, whatever. I was speaking, but the sheriff said I was loud, and he came. He told me be quiet. I ain't be quiet because that's what my mouth's for, speak. So he took me out the bullpen or whatever. I think I was handcuffed with somebody because I think we just came from the county jail, about to go through the process of being handcuffs, of getting the handcuffs off. So when he opened the door, I was upset for him not wanting me to open my mouth. So I got in his face. My nose was touching his nose, and I was like, "Fuck you, you white motherfucker!" And I took off my clothes, and I was like, "What?" So he took the pepper spray and sprayed me all over my eyes because he was scared. He won't want to face a man, and I didn't care to catch the charge. And his claim, the sheriff claim, was said that I said when I get out when I get out of jail, I'm gonna kill him. You know, this is what's wrong with the U.S. law. 15 guys there, I can't use none of them because we're criminal. But they could use a criminal like Turkish 6ix9ine to testify on their behalf. You know, that law is not fair and is not good. You know, 15 people there, nobody heard me say I was going to kill the sheriff officer. But I did say, what's up? Like, what? So I was charged with that, but that's not a deportable charge. All charges is not deportable. All felony is not deportable. So I wasn't I wasn't deported for that charge. I was deported for one crime. So both of my felonies in America is fake.